This is my son, Goddess 777. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Greetings. This is my son, Goddess. This is my son, Goddess 777. My son, Goddess 777. I am going to talk about what is going on in the world today. This is actually a picture of the Red Sea that I have up here today. It's actually a picture of the Red Sea. And the reason why I have this picture of the Red Sea up here is because of what is going on with we have a new character that has entered the chat with Iran. We have Houthis. What is it? Houthis from Yemen. Now this has escalated. What is we in the World War II? But I think Iran trying to do World War III. So now that they've entered, we not only dealing with the closure of the Strait of Hermes, no, it's Hormuz. We're dealing with the closure of the Red Sea. Now, they're not closing it yet, but if they decide to, oh, it's really gonna get fun. Bab el-Mandeb, hi. So it's not. I mean, I'm gonna talk about all the little gossip stuff, but I'm talking about this verse. Hi everyone. Hey Foxy girl, how y'all doing? I'm talking about what is going on now. We have Houthis has entered the chat with Iran. So they control the strait. What is it called? Ben el-Mandab. That's the one on the Red Sea that we have a lot of exports coming to. If they shut that down, that's like 10 billion. They can shut down 10 billion what a day real quick if they would shut the Red Sea route down. So if we looking at what we got going on with the Strait of Hormuz, and now we looking at Houthis has entered the chat and is helping, which they're already aligned anyway. They are already aligned and they are supported by Iran. The guys in Yemen, the Houthis army. So if they shut down what is it, the Ben El Mandab Strait in the Red Sea, and we already dealing with the Strait of Hormuz shutdown. Mm, 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 mm. They don't messed around with the wrong people because I don't think people really know. Like I don't think that they really studied who they were dealing with. They really, I guess they thought they were dealing with just some just like they could go in like they did Cuba or Venezuela, or I guess like they did, the 9/11 thing, Saddam Hussein. Well, I mean, I even knew this. Like these are Shia Muslims that they like mourn the martyrs that established that religion, which is what is it, Hussein bin al Hussein, and then there's the nephew or the grandson of Muhammad. These people religion is actually more than martyrs. So, and what they have been through with the US already, like they really are prepared for, like they're like, we ready for this, we built for this. I don't think that I don't think Trump was really advised well on this issue. Hello, thank you everyone for coming in. Thank you, welcome. I really don't, unless they plan this. The only way I can see, I'm just wondering, are they really this ignorant? Like, do they are because in my mind, I'm thinking like they planned this so that they could, from my understanding is, this is not just about oil and money. It's in power. It is, but it's not. And it's about a spiritual thing too, where they really believe that they can bring their Messiah here by destroying or whatever they got to do, whatever destruction they believe that'll bring their Messiah. Which I don't know. I don't know what their Messiah is because I don't think the devil is as bad as them. I mean, I just seen a picture of what happened to a little kid that that the is it real army took a little 20-month old. I hope that's not true. I really hope that's not true what happened to that kid. Cause I mean, I know that's the Epstein regime and they do stuff like that to children. But I mean, it's like just like they don't know when to stop. And I don't think we should even try to understand this group. Like these are really not humans. These are not people. But anyway, I'm getting back on subject. So now that Houthis has entered the chat, this is going to we this is well, I don't understand. Like I thought like these people were like powerful people that run countries and they get advisory boards to tell them like the art and strategics of war and who they should mess with and who they shouldn't and what are the people's strengths and what are their weaknesses and all this kind of stuff. Like I could have planned this better. Like I don't get like how could these people really think that they could really go in Iran and take over like this? Like these people are not having like the right type of advisors around. Like I think he fired all the great advisors. That's maybe what happened. I think he fired the people that would have told him like you're bad shit crazy for even trying to go in there and fuck with these people. Okay, excuse my French, which I do curse a little bit, but I'll keep it more professional right now. Like I'm not even trying to understand like how they must have really wanted this because like if this is not just affecting like a small portion of the world, this is like this Strait of Hormuz is affecting places like all over the world. Like this is a big deal. Um, Now that Houthis has entered, and I would have expected them to enter this war because they are really supported by Iran. They have a similar enemy, which is the Western world. So I would, if I was an advisor to like the president, I would have been like, well, it's a possibility that they have allies that really support, what they're doing, trying to be a sovereign country, and they don't want to be controlled by the West. Like I think that like these other places will help them. So are we prepared for that? Like, are we ready for that type of battle? They have people that believe that they are right. Like, and I don't think that I don't think that they're wrong. Like, who are they? Who am I to tell somebody or like I gotta come in your house and check to see what you got in your house, but you can't check to see what I got in mine. Like I could just go in your house and go in your on your land and research to find out what you doing, but you can't do that to me. And on another note, I don't think that it's right to just be like, "Oh, this is mine because God said that this is my land." So that mean that I just go and take your land because I'm special and God told me I was. I don't. That doesn't float with me. That does not. I don't. I mean, that really pisses me off. Like to think that people got a nerve to do stuff. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing, y'all? Like, I know like we shouldn't be like crazy and angry and we should have like emotional intelligence and we should strategically plan. But I don't think we should just be like complacent about this stuff. I mean, because like they're playing in our faces. They're showing us like these people are showing us that they like eat babies. They like eat babies for like snacks and shit. Like, what are we doing? Like, we're just like, is that okay? Like, are we just gonna like not do it? I mean, as a group, like, are we not just are we gonna let this fly? Like, are we that complacent? I don't get it. Like, and we know that these people are crazy as fuck. Like, they're literally poisoning us in the supermarkets, and we're paying with our tax dollars for this shit that they do. Like, do you realize that they spent in 2025, they spent like so many billions of dollars to do nothing to this same group? They just be fucking with these people. They just be like, "Oh, I decided that, I'm chosen, or I decided that I want their oil, and I decided that I'm gonna just go and take their shit, and they can't do anything about it. And I don't care how we can sleep at night because we're not human if we hurt innocent people and take out innocent children and stuff." It, it people like that don't know when to sit down. They don't know when to stop. They don't know when to sit down. They don't know when to stop. So I mean, at this point, you know who's going to suffer? It's going to be the regular people in all these places, not just in other countries. Like it's been times when our people and our soldiers have went out, and a lot of them, were even, I have family members that were like soldiers. Everybody, welcome to the chat. And they have told me about going to Vietnam, and how they had to crawl through the jungle and all these stories and horror stories and stuff like that. And I've noticed that when they come back from these wars and stuff and these tours, and what do you call it when they get, what is it called when they send them out, the tours? It's something different about these soldiers. Like, I mean, look, we didn't know no better. Now we know better. They don't need to be going over there sacrificing their lives for this mess. None of them need to. I wouldn't care what you do. Not go to this is they are really sacrificing these soldiers for a holy war. They're telling these soldiers to go fight because this is a holy war, and this is going to bring their Messiah down. These people are, they say you got to make a sociopath and through the environment. These are psychopaths. They're not even human, because it's no way. And let me tell y'all, I just read some stuff about, these people uh, got been dealing with the Epstein man, and he has established this organization a long time ago where they got underground cities and stuff where they've been, when that's why we can't find any of the missing children, because the children are taken underground or taken to space or somewhere, which I don't believe that they going to space unless they going in the water, and they can't go to no space. They not letting them go no damn where. They not letting them disembodied creatures go no damn where. That's why they trapped here, and they trying to figure out a way out. Now they can go underground to the underground cities, but that's even in the Epstein files how they have been establishing underground cities for the rich and for places where, that's why we can't find any of these children. I guess what they don't eat, they take to these underground places or whatever. And also, it's an organization called the Teachers for Space. I might not be saying it right, but it's right here on. It's an organization that was in the Epstein files called Teachers for Space, and it's another organization where they allow the elite to buy spots underground. And that's why they all, you notice how they all been building these bunkers? They building these bunkers and stuff because they know that they're gonna have to go in the ground soon, because the way what's going on up here, they're not gonna be able to live up here. They're not, it's not gonna, you're not gonna be able to live um, at this level of earth. You're gonna have to be underground. And speaking of underground, I saw something with Iran. Okay, Iran has, it looks like they have such a strategic underground arsenal of weapons and weapons production where they manufacture the weapons very cheap. and so does Yemen. So while we're sitting up here paying tax dollars to spend billions for, I don't know for what, because it don't look like they doing too good with the weaponry they have. Like, I mean, it's, I don't know what's going on, but it's not looking too good. You know, these people are producing weapons in mass production cheap before we can even say the word weapon. So I don't know what to tell them. I don't know who did the research, or I don't know if this is a suicide mission or what, but I guess they trying to cut the population down with the soldiers or whatever. And I guess they want an excuse, because I really believe it's a war on the citizens too. Cause I heard they were amping up something for California, and you know how they did with 9/11. They'll say that the Muslims did it, but a lot of times it be right in house. So I don't know. Like, we just have to be aware. I'm not telling nobody to be in fear. I'm not telling nobody to fear monger, but we are really going to have to look out for ourselves and look out for each other. We're gonna have to not be in fear, but we're gonna have to get some backbone, and we're gonna have to start actually doing something. We're gonna have to do something about this. Like, I'm not telling you to go out here and just be emotional and throw yourself under the bus. But I mean, are we really gonna sit here and let these people do this? Like I know you can't do things by yourself, but I mean, do we need to like just walk away and shut this down? Like, do we need to like just do something, like maybe a week or a day or something of showing them like, hey, you can't just do us any kind of way. Like, we run, like, we really they really taking the taxpayers money to fund all, and they making money. They're lining their pot when it's blood on the streets. These people get paid. These people get paid when it's blood on the streets. They're really transferring their money. We're gonna have to, if we're not careful, we'll have to have the high gas bills, the high supermarket bills, um, the land being taken through their strategic ways of making you think you got ownership, but it looked like if you don't have a trust, the right type of trust written up the right way, you really don't even own your homes and stuff. I mean, if you look at how these veterans and different people have paid cash for their houses, and they're losing their homes because they're owing HOAs and taxes and different stuff. So anyway, back to the subject. We got the Straight of Hormuz, and I like it. It sounds like her. That's a very feminine body of water. Bodies of water are feminine anyway. So when I listen at the word her muse, and that strait originally was owned by the ancient indigenous women. So it's some undertones to that of her muse. So, and then the other one over in the Red Sea by Yemen, that's a very important body of water that a lot of cargo goes through. And if they keep messing with these people and they shut down that Red Sea cargo area, it's gonna be a mess. Like, it's already affecting places like Japan, and no, actually the Philippines is in bad shape from this closure of the Strait of Hormuz. A lot of these people over in other countries, they get their oil, they get their what is it, energy production from the oil and stuff. So they're getting everything from this Strait of Hormuz. And God forbid if something happens with that strait that's over in the Red Sea, that the Houthis control, that has joined Iran now, and they are sending missiles to Israel. So I don't know. It doesn't look good. And I'm gonna tell you something else. The US has not won a lot of wars, but if you read in their books, they will tell you like, oh, we marched the battle and we did the victory song and we won the war. No, what they have done, and this is just showing you what they do. They will lose a war and say, oh, we are gonna cease fire. We're not gonna we're not gonna hey everybody, hey Serene, we're not going to send any more missiles. Soon as the people thinking everything, and see, they know this because we don't. They know this. Soon as they start talking about, oh, we surrender, that's all some smoke and mirrors. Them people to be, they'll be done went on about their business like, oh, we done signed a peace agreement. Everything is fine. We cool now. Before they know it, they'll be backdoor, just like them damn Indians was, or whatever the Moors and Indians was. In all them wars, they thought that they was like, oh yeah, we won and we shaking hands. Soon as they shake their hand, they get their head chopped off. While they're away, they go take the women and the children. Like they took same shit, different day. I'm just saying. It's no peace with these people. So that's why they not ceasing fire, because they know as soon as they think that everything is cool, they not gonna let up on them. They never gonna let up. So they might as well take it to the limit because they're never going to have any peace. You know how long that Satan Yahoo been itching to go to war with them for over? It's been probably longer than that. Because let me tell you, back in the 1947, 1948, they annexed that area and went in and took them people, took their land, just went in and said, oh, this God told us along, I hear now, allegedly with the financing of the Rockefellers or the Rothschild. They behind it, and which they are just put, these people that we see are puppets. The people in the background are the trillionaires that have the real nobility, the hidden hands and stuff like that. The people that we don't know what they look like, we don't really see them because they're using these people like Satan, Yahoo, even the presidents and all these other even see, I've been said this. We've been said this. You see how Iran is targeting the UAE and all those countries and stuff that we thought like everybody's going over there being a porta potty to these different places, and we're over in Dubai, we're over here in the those people done, so they not only sold. The reason why they got what they got because they working hand in hand with certain people to destroy other people, and they not only working against, like, okay, I don't understand how they think they could be the place that's been there for like thousands of years. That country has survived the 8-year war. They were backdoored by the U.S. when they sent Saddam Hussein over there to bomb them. Those people have been chemically attacked and backdoored a couple of times. And you really think they're gonna believe this time that it's gonna be a ceasefire and they're gonna be okay? No. And after you put people through so much suffering, and they went through the 8-year war where they were like having to turn out their lights and stuff so that they wouldn't be targeted it when Saddam Hussein attacked them. So turn around, what they did, I think they was like producing a lot of babies and stuff like that. They survived it. And then they had a passenger plane in the 1980s that was shot down by the US, and they didn't even get an apology or anything. What president was it? Bush Jr. It was Bush Sr. He was like, he's not so when we be thinking like, oh, these people are insane, like I had to explain this to someone recently. They were like, oh, those people are angry. Oh, they hate America. I'm like, but you gotta think, like, before you judge, like, how, if you look at a monster or somebody that's like really angry or whatever, you gotta be like, do some research and be like, do they have a reason to feel this way? Like, what has been done to them to make them feel? If you keep picking with people and picking with people, of course they're gonna hate you. Of course they're not gonna like. Of course they're gonna want something to happen to you. Of course they're gonna talk some ish to you. You cannot poke the bear. And see, these people is loving what is it? Throwing rocks and hide their hands. They always messing with people and then they play victim. And that's what and you know how in the Bible, which I don't trust any books. I go within and I use the books for a reference. So you know how um it tells you, like, you know how it tells you not to admire the oppressor. I see a lot of people like that. I grew up with people like that. I grew up with people and I was around people, unfortunately, not all bad people, but I was around some kids like this too. I was around some grown-ups and children. They will poke the bear and they will throw rocks at you and do all kind of stuff. But when you get out of body with them and you get sick, cause see even a what is it? An abused dog will get tired after a while and bite the shit out of you. After you get tired, sick and tired, and you spaz out, oh, oh my god, I can't believe they're doing us. And they only giving you a taste of what you gave them. But when it's reverted back on a bully or it's reverted back on them, it's a problem. They're the victim then. They're being tortured and tormented. And I'm tired. Like, I've been seeing this. Like, I wasn't born back in 1940 something. My parents were born back then. But I research history, and that's what y'all need to do. Y'all need to go back and look at they took my live stream down when I did the history of what they did to Hawaii, how they took Hawaii from the Queen of Hawaii, how they made them people so, and they would tell you in these history books, his story, they will lie and tell you that these people didn't fight. I'm telling you, they did not lose a lot of these wars. And you can say, well, somebody told me that's the art of war, of backdooring people. Like you pretend like you surrendering when you losing, and then when you get the people comfortable, then you just look. Look, I don't believe in that backdoor issue. I don't believe in it, but look, people believe in it. Hell, I mean, I done been backdoor, not on no level like that. When you know what I'm saying. But of course, people will backdoor you. That's why I watch my back. That's why you should watch your back. But that's a dirty motherfucker right there to go ahead and be losing something. And then they want to play victim, like, oh, please don't hit me no more. Don't hit me. I surrender. Oh, oh. And then as soon as you be like, okay, handshake, because you done told them the rules of everybody done agreed to a type of format and a contract. But as soon as you get ready to shake their hand, then here they go. They like, no, don't we you won the war. Oh my God, you won the war, so we gonna give you a dinner. We want you and all your soldiers to come to our lavish ball. While you at the damn ball and getting ready to come to it and done left, you done left the women, you done left the children. They got they backdoor people going, take your women, take this is what they've been doing all throughout. The same shit, a different day. Go study your history. Well, don't study his story. When you read it, compare it and read in between the lines. When them motherfuckers say they want something, it's a lie. When they say God said to me to do this, that's a lie. When they said that them people on that land was evil, and that I done went back and I don't know how in the hell I found this information years ago. It scared the shit out of me. I'm not even gonna lie. And I'm gonna stop cussing so much because I guess some people is offended by that. Which I this is my channel where I just keep it. I have another one that I'm building, but that's more so, you probably won't even see my face up there, or I'm not gonna be talking like this. But this is my keep it real channel and my spiritual channel. So I went and found some information back in 2021 or 2022. I don't know how I found these PDFs, but this PDF that I found was talking about Leviathan. You know what it said? It said that when they came over here to take this indigenous land, and when they went to America to take and y'all know when I say America, I'm not talking about a US corporation. I'm talking about when I say America, it was all included with the Caribbean. That was the South. It won't no South America, it won't no North America. It was all together. It was all together. It was not any South America, North America. Do you realize how close? I was just researching how the waters are the same. The same waters from the Bermuda Triangle is connected to the waters in the coast of North Carolina, Cape Hatteras, and all that. You know that these places are closer than they appear. We fly on these planes and we think these places are so far apart, but they're really not. They're not as far apart as we think they are. It's just how they have programmed us and brainwashed us to think. Okay, what was I talking about? I read something in a PDF in 2021. I can talk about it now. Do you know that It was Mathers, the one that did the witch trials. It's a movie on Netflix that they took down about the Salem witch hunts. So I read something about him. He was concerned about do you know the indigenous people was calling on Leviathan back then? Do you look? I read, and when I read, I try to understand. And not only do I read and believe everything that I read, I was going within and I was connecting to the dragons at that time. I was going within doing some type of meditation. So, do you know that the indigenous people back when they were doing the witch trials, Mathers or whatever, the Salem witch, do you know they was connecting with Leviathan? They was trying to connect with Leviathan. I don't know how he knew it, but evidently, as we know now, they had spies, they had conquistadors, they had people that was looking like us, but they were actually working against our people, but they were infiltrated. So he found out some type of way, I guess, through a spy, unless he was a low key warlock or something. He found out that these indigenous people was trying to they was trying to get in touch with Leviathan. So back then, I really didn't know. I knew about Leviathan. I knew about the dragons. I knew about in Revelations and how Revelations talk about this, that was like Satan and this and that. So upon my recent research and even connecting with a Seer Duke of Tears and how he explains it, do you know that Satan was not the devil with horns until the Christians and the Catholics and the Vatican got a hold of that and put it into Christianity? Satan was it was like a adversary, just like a person that you don't get along with, but nothing with horns that's overruling hell. That came about later on. And you do know that the demon thing was that too. It wasn't what the Christian church said is. It wasn't even evil energy back then. It was just like a neutral type energy or whatever. It wasn't nothing like bad. So when the Christians got a hold of a lot of this stuff, that's when the hell and the heaven and all that came into play. I'm telling you, like, because I grew up in Pentecostal holiness. I was basically like the minister of music. So like I've been to theology school. Like I didn't go 4 years, but I got family members that went, and I was going with them as a kid, just studying deep into it or whatever. So yeah, it's a lot there. But when it comes to these things like this, they're trying to make the revelations play out. But what you don't know is this stuff already done happened, and things don't have to play out. Like if you read a book, you can't put all your trust in any book because you don't know if it's been tampered with. You need to go within and tap into nature and your discernment. And I want to tell people, like, people think because they're a certain skin color that, oh, I'm this color, so I'm the chosen one. My skin is white, so I'm chosen, or my skin is black and I'm chosen. My skin is green, I'm chosen. It's not about that. It's about spirit. It's about your inner man. It's about your soul. It's about what are you connected with? Like are you connected with nature? Are you going within healing yourself? Like it's about the inside, because looks is deceiving. Like you never know, like what people like. You never know where they come. You can't tell by features like who this person is. It's about the heart. It's about the soul. We gotta get out of that. Like we gotta get out of looking at people like from the outside. Which I am, like a human person. I'm a spiritual being having a human experience. I mean, I do look at aesthetics somewhat, but I've been around people that didn't look so attractive on the outside. But once I got to know them, and once I really seen how beautiful their heart and their spirit and I love, because I'm a person that's attracted to the mind. I'm attracted to the soul. Like I am not saying that you can't, you gonna look like the crypt keeper or something like that. No. But I'm saying like I'm attracted to the inner beauty of people. Like when they got a pure heart and a pure soul, and it's just, I mean, because you can't find, it's rare. It's been rare for a long time to find really pure hearted, like really genuine, sincere. People, it's not many. I don't think it's many humans. I think we mostly got NPCs now. And I think we have clones because a lot of these people that's in those files too. That rabbit hole file that man said is at the bottom. How they get these clones to live for them while they go on the run and go on the ground so that the clones can suffer whatever consequences that they were supposed to suffer. Because a lot of these billionaires have done a lot of diabolical. You be like, oh my God, I want to be like them, man. You don't want to be like these people because you don't know the things they got to do. And see, you might be a humanoid, a human, but they not. They done been here thousands and thousands of years and can't go nowhere. So they don't have feelings like you have. They don't have the feelings. Yeah, they don't have the feelings, the Crypt Keeper. Yeah, they don't have the feelings like you have. So the things that will hurt your heart and affect you, like that'll fuck you up seeing a baby getting eat right off the floor. They done throw a little baby, little goo goo gaga, and they just slurp it. You gonna be like, oh my God, you can't. That's why that's why you see a lot of celebrities that has not been cloned and ain't been taken over by the disembodied, or whenever they phase back into them, because they be go look at Skeleton Key, go look at Get Out, and a few other movies that we can name that they do the conscious transfers. Okay, that's not a fantasy. They show you in the movies first. You see, they show you. This is for entertainment purposes. This is Monster and Goddess 777. They show you in the movies first, but they have to show you because once they show you and you do nothing about it, that's when you become you become complacent in it. But so by not doing anything, you're participating in a way like when they told you like we're putting kids and we're grounding up children. Yeah, you're not gonna believe it, but just because you don't believe it, don't believe it doesn't mean that they told you, but you don't believe it, so you just being complacent about it. So you know what I'm saying? So yeah. So yeah, they do the conscious transfer. So you might not can't handle that. That's why a lot of the celebrities that are still with us in body, because it can be where you see a shell and they've been taken over by a disembodied, a disembodied creature. The ones that they try to get rid of when they did the floods. So these are what we dealing with. We dealing with people that they're not people. We're dealing with creatures that they go from body to body and they don't have any feelings. They just playing a game and they feed off of humans, not just physically food, but they feed off of your fear and all that. And they trying to find a way out because they trap here. Don't nobody want their ass nowhere else. They don't want because they're diabolical. Like who will want that in another planet? It's other galaxies. It's other life forms. It's other planets. Did you hear about the orbs that's over Iran? And a prediction was made back in 2012. There was a guy, and you may see this, it's up here, where he said that it was an orb in the sky, and the orb came down to him. The orb was a divine feminine. So when the orb came down, she talked to him and she told him. She said that in 2026, it was going to be a war with Israel and Iran. She said, when this happens, that you're going to see the orbs over Iran. And from what I understand, that's happening now. Now, I saw a picture where it looks like orbs were over Iran. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's AI. I will go in divine and meditate because a lot of things I'm telling you, I'm not a I'm not a famous person up here with the UFO people or on all these panels, but if you as a person would just tap into meditation and connecting with nature and stuff, you will get a lot of messages too. Like you don't everybody's special. Everybody can tap in and get, if you are a spiritual, you're a human being, and you able to clear your mind and tap in, you can get messages too That way you won't be so apt to follow this one, because you'll have discernment to know, like, oh, something's not adding up with that. Like, you'll know. So he said that she told him that when you see Israel at war with Iran, and that's an ancient, okay, everybody else can say they the one, they the this and that. I don't think they looked like that back then, because as time went on, people integrated with different cultures of people, but they have been there for like thousands of years. That is not no new civilization. And once you really get to the core of them, they have actually been severing for a long time. They will never surrender to any. They will never surrender to the. They'll never surrender. They will never surrender. They will fight. They don't believe they will. They have surrounded them. So when the U.S. threatened of striking their energy plants, do you know even the teenage girls surrounded themselves around the energy plant? They were willing to go out of here. They willing to go out for what they believe. That's how deep it is in them. They are not afraid to leave this world for what they believe in. And as soon as they leave, guess what's going to happen? As soon as they become martyrs, they got a visual where they got people that's like praising them. They have statues of them. They're going to be praying to them. That's their ancestors. I'm telling you what they do over there, because that's the Shia Islam. They believe that people that get martyred, they believe that they gonna pray to them. They gonna do the mourning and all that. Like, and it's gonna be soldiers that rise right up behind them. And they got 1,000,000 soldiers. So honey, I'm just like, and they had a lot of babies when the US sent Saddam Hussein to back doing them, and they was in that 8-year war, and they was vulnerable and all that bombing that was going on. Those people built them a fortress underground where they could produce missiles cheap. I think they're getting assistance from China. They getting. I hope it's not true what I seen about what they're getting ready to do. I hope that's not true. I hope that they are not sending no mm, I hope it's not true, because if they got that type of technology, that's undetected. I don't know if we've been seeing meteorites fall from the sky, because I don't trust these people. At first I was sitting out there, I was meditating that day. I was meditating deep. I was into it with the sun, and I be observing the sky, because I know that's a hologram up there, and I know it's The lady said though, she said the veil is gonna be lifted once we start seeing. Look up at that sky and start observing it. She said once we see them over Iran bombing, and we see the orbs, the veil is gonna be lifted for real. And I don't think they'll allow certain things. And those orbs is coming out of the ocean. Those drones was Elon Musty brother. But those orbs is coming up out of that water, and that's where they say space really is. And we come from the water. We connected to the dolphins and all this and that. So she told him back in 2012 that when you see them warring with Iran, then you're gonna see the orbs up over Iran, and the veil is gonna be lifted. So much information is gonna be coming out about more information is gonna come out about these people, which years ago, a long time, I knew a lot of this stuff, and people used to think I was crazy when I was telling them this. When I was a kid, I was like telling people stuff, and they was like, "Oh, she's talking crazy." Okay, now it's not even a conspiracy theory. So yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to brace yourself, but you got to realize you are human. You are not dealing with humans. You're not dealing with humans. You dealing with people. Think about it. You know what it is to cry. You know what it is to mourn. You know what it is to see a baby being hurt. Like if you see a baby being hurt, that's gonna break your heart. You're gonna want to go and save that baby. You dealing with things that those creatures, they don't have any kind of emotion. They are just hungry for human gush, human fear, human plasma and stuff, and the meat that of the human being or whatever. That's what they here for. When they I don't this planet won't even supposed to be like this. This was like a nursery or training planet. But when they came here, they trapped their ass in. They can't leave, I'm telling you. Nobody wants that. They know what they about. They don't want them nowhere else. And you notice when you look at like the hieroglyphs and stuff, it wasn't about like obtaining money and gold and financial wealth and all that here. Our ancestors look like they were trying to tell us how to get out of here and not come back. And I'm not saying like earth, I'm talking about the lower vibrational realm that this done fell to. Like how not to come back to this level here. You know what I'm saying? Like this lower vibration. And they say, oh, the fallen angels. It look like shit. It look like humanity failed for this bullshit. If you ask me, the fallen and fallen. And what's this? Cause this show is a fall. I know we were higher up than this. The fall, the I don't know. Now they trying to what is it? I don't believe nothing. They say what is it? JD Vance trying to tell people that demons and aliens. And I see the devil on. I see the devil every day on the TV, and the people that's the ones that's doing that, doing all this stuff to these children, and a lot of these people are not real people. They are Cabbage Patch Kids. We thought Cabbage Patch Babies and stuff won't real. They not even these people shutting down because they it's the end of their genealogy or whatever. Like they weren't supposed to be here forever. Like not everybody, you got to realize not everybody. You looking at people down the street, that might be a real person. You thinking like, oh yeah, that's that. They not the chosen ones. They not. That might be in your bloodline or something. Like you don't know that. Like you can't judge people by looks and skin color. You can't judge a book by its cover. I'm just saying. But it's a lot of Cabbage Patch Babies. It's a lot of test tube babies. It's time. It's they can't go on. They say a sign is when we see reproduction, like when you see that they can't reproduce. Like look over there in these other countries, like Japan and them places. You, you could. I don't know. Like when you see people not able to reproduce and that's neither here or there because they put a lot of poisons and stuff in our foods too. So you really don't know. It could, a lot of people have been poisoned and stuff like that, or they've been like injured and stuff like that. I'm just saying as a group, as a whole. I'm not saying like individually, but when you see a group of people, like I never seen I ain't never seen no Chinese woman pregnant. I ain't never seen it. And I ain't all on that either. I ain't all on everybody gotta have no babies and stuff. But I'm just saying, like, you don't even see indigenous people over the Americas having babies like they used to either. Like not back in the day, everybody was like having babies as teenagers and all that. I don't see that like that now. I really don't see that. And another thing, I like this guy up here was saying about they was saying that like you got a lot of people in Africa that's like they having babies and stuff. But you see, Ghana done sold out those people. Ghana has sold them out, and so has Nigeria because aren't they letting Bill Gates come in there and do a birthing program? And you know what he gonna do? For the next 10 years or whatever, he gonna sterilize them people into oblivion. And Ghana just let the what is it, the UN come in and do security surveillance to Ghana. So, and I don't know why people expect any more of them presidents over there. They been sold them people out. They sit over there and be president for 1,000 years, and all they doing is lining their pockets, and their bank accounts is in Europe. They not for them people. And I really thought like I was like, oh Lord, our American black people, which I don't call us black. That's just a status. Like That's a status to me. I don't go by that. I go by more indigenous to the Americas. But I thought our people over here was brainwashed. Man, they over there, they over there, they got them. They really indoctrinated them people because I mean I got some good friends from there or whatever, but I don't know. It's just different. Like they think they bet. How can you come to somebody's country and you think you better than them and you trying to act like them? This ain't everybody, but a lot of them do, and a lot of them know we that the a lot of them know that the black people in America ain't from no Africa. They know this. I done had friends that tell me that they don't know nothing about no stories about no diaspora. That's a money making gimmick mess that started in the matter of fact, that movie Roots wasn't even real. That man was sued. Didn't none of these people come from no? Now they might have sent. They sent their ass to Liberia. They sent them to Africa later on. They sent them. They even sent out people over to the. They sent them to Europe and they sent them over to the Caribbeans and all that. But nobody came on those ships. The ones that came on the ships came from Europe. And honestly, when they came on the ships, those weren't even white people. It won't know. Okay, okay. If it was like, Lord Jesus, I don't know why we can't get together on this, but people need to study. People really need to be on discerning and studying. It was a lot of people back then that could pass for white. White don't even exist. It was created in the 1600s. It's a lot of fair skinned people that was not. They, I don't even know how to say it. If it was lighter skinned people, they were not white. I just hate to tell you. There was not any white people back then. They only been the ones that y'all call white only been here a certain amount of time. It was mostly melanated. It was honestly all melanated people. Now, did it was it some lighter skinned people? Sure. But a lot of them were that when they created the white and black, they were passing. Those were not even really white people either. In the presidency and all that, a lot of those people were passing. I hate to tell you, because I got family members right now that could pass today. I know people that mothers is darker than me, and they are passing for white people. I got a friend. I got matter of fact, my son friend is passing. He is literally like his mother is a black woman, and he looks like a white person. He passes. He passes. He dates white girls and all that. He will not tell you that he left away from his people so he could pass real good. Cause his sisters and all them, they look like black people. But I guess he wanted a new life or whatever. I told him he full of shit, but he just want to be. I guess he want an easier way out in America. The U.S. It is easier for it was. Yeah, and now I don't know. They done threw them under the bus too. The small hats done threw them. They done threw the white people under the bus, honey. They called them Goyim and whatever. They lush. They don't have no. That's why you see a lot of the ones like Nick Fuentes and even old boy. He knew what time it was. I think that's why they got rid of him because he was not bowing down. And I don't agree with what he said about a lot of the other cultures either. I don't agree with it. I'm not no Charlie Kirk fan and all that. But at the same time, he was not bowing down to those people. So yeah, he was like, I'm not aligning with this stuff. So yeah, they had to get rid of him. And isn't it? Druski is a comedic genius. That is hilarious. I was rolling when I seen what he did with this last thing he did, looking like the conservative white people or whatever, the conservative white ladies or whatever. That was hilarious. that Grok said that he was Erica. Grok mixed it up and thought that it was Erica Kurt. He got it down pat. He got the eyes and all that down pat, man. It's so funny. It's so hilarious. He got it. He got it hands down. Yep. He got that. Yep. But yeah, I just really see that it's about to be a mess with the Houthis entering into this war. You see this picture that I got up here. I hope you can see it. This is that straight. That's the straight that we're looking at, and that's one of the ships that it's like a British ship that they sunk. You know, the Houthis over in Yemen got missiles. They got some advanced missiles too. So man, they shut that Red Sea. If they said that straight, they shut that straight down in the Red Sea. I just don't know. It's gonna be a mess, but we're gonna have to come together and get up, and try to figure it out. Cause we had time now. We don't have a lot of time. We don't have a lot. We know these people are not. They trying to lie. Their pockets in. Bring them down. They don't give a damn. Like Michael Jackson said, really don't care about us, and I don't care about them. I don't care about them. But team makes the dream work. We have to come together. To what we hurt them more than anything. What we hurt them more than anything is us not needing their system. Like is becoming self sufficient. And you can say, well, we did that before. And they listen. They did not. You know what destroyed all the Black Wall Street? It was not them bombing anything. What destroyed Black Wall Street was when they. Let me tell you what they do. Some people they don't just come at like, oh, I'm just gonna take y'all out and take y'all this and then. They're not gonna do that. They'll slowly poison you. They'll slowly take things away. They'll do it real sneaky because they know they can't just snatch it. They need you so they can milk you. They'll slowly drain you and poison you and stuff. So you already know that. So what you do is you stop eating their food, make it so you can be self-sufficient, where you know what's in your food, where you know what's in your water. I don't know how you're gonna do it, but it's where there's a will. If there's a way in, there's a way out. You stop letting them control everything and you control your stuff. Like I decided that I'm not gonna I decided that I'm not gonna buy certain things. I'm gonna make it from scratch. Like, and I'm even trying to figure out like the things that I use to make it from scratch. How can I even make that even pure? Like, what can I do to get to the purest form of controlling if you controlling and owning everything? Now we might can't do that on a big scale. We don't have no power plants where we can create but it's ways that you can create things where you can kind of be off grid if you need to be off grid because we don't really know what's coming. We can only hope for the best, but we can be prepared. And it don't take a lot of money. It take us pulling together, like finding ways to have electricity off the grid, finding ways to cook off the grid, finding ways to use what? Making your own damn soap, deodorants and cooking off the grid and maybe give you a chicken or two. Something. We gotta start somewhere. We gotta do something, y'all. We can't just sit here complacent with our thumb up, you know what I'm saying, up the roster and just sit here waiting to whatever happens, I'm here. I'm not gonna we gotta get off the couch. We gotta do something. You know what I'm saying? We have to do something. If it's nothing but I know you can a lot of people they say it's hard to homeschool and we gotta do something. We gotta get out. We gotta do something. We gotta figure out how to keep our kids or whatever. Which I'm not worried about mine, but I'm saying keeping your kids from in case they do decide to do a draft or something like that. How to keep your children protected so you don't gotta send them off to be sacrificed for this bull crap. Um, you don't have to do it overnight. Getting off the grid little by little, using what you need to use of the grid, but because it's really they have made everything microwavable, made everything so easy for what? It's like a setup. It's like a setup. I've been making my own bread. I used to do it. I don't went back to doing it, and I'm trying to figure out like how to get the purest form of the ingredients, without having to, without even having to order so much, or you got to find ways because you don't really know like if things gonna be able to be imported in. You might have to start back making your stuff from scratch, finding ways off the grid. Because I just don't know. Like I think it's time to unite. I think it's time to start looking at the big picture and get over this little penny ante stuff. And what other choice do we have? Like, I mean, we're good with people that's like minded. We're gonna have to weed out the damn snakes. And well, I don't even want to demonize the snakes because snakes ain't bad. But I mean, we're gonna have to weed out the dirty Moors and the conquistadors and all. We're gonna have to get rid of them. We're gonna have to weed out the ones that act like the disembodied ones in the neighborhood or in our group or in the whatever the families or whatever. We're gonna have to get rid of the damn roadkill. I mean, I'm just saying. Be like, go on. If you don't, go on over there with them. You act like them anyway. You always hurting people and doing diabolical, shady stuff. So, you don't want that. We don't want that in this. We can't. We don't have time for that now. We don't have time for the Judases no more. We don't have time for the pedophiles in the family. We don't have time for the people that's going out there giving information. Like I said, telling information to the outside people. The giving them heads up on what we trying to organize. We don't got time for that. We don't have time for the ones that's materialistic. That's all they care about is money, 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 and being comfortable and winning. And they'll sell your mom. They sell their mama out, their daddy, their sister, their kids. They'll sell them out for $1. We don't have time for that anymore. We don't had enough of that. We don't have time for these fake leaders. That's all about attention, and they'll say anything for the Instagram or to make you feel good. What is it? Prosperity messages and shit. We need some real teachers that's gonna tell us the truth with love now. Not on no shade or try to make you feel bad about yourself. But we need the truth now. We don't need to be coddled and breastfed now. It's time to get up off the breast milk now. Okay? Like it's time. What look, somebody gotta tell you, like, girl, that ain't them shoes ain't matching that skirt and that top. No, that's a real friend. That's somebody that really care about you. You do not need to go out with your hair looking like that. That is a hot man. Like you could do better with let me help you. Don't just let me help you. Let me help you with your hair. Let me help you pick out a decent out. Like that's just not gonna look right with what you trying to present. Not on no shade or trying to make somebody. But we need the truth. We need the truth. Girl, you need to be Shantae. Is it right that I went and told that man that I hate his mama? That Shantae need to be like, listen, you don't talk about don't be like, oh girl, he's F his mama, F him too. F that. No, Shantae, no, Megan, you're wrong for that. Even if you don't like his mother or you don't like something, it's a way to talk to people. You don't want to provoke somebody. Like it's time for the truth. Like all these cheerleading parties, ass kissing parties, it's time out for that. Look, don't be kissing up to me. Tell me the truth, but do it. I know when you doing it to shade or to throw sarcasm or what, but yeah, tell me the truth. I don't want to be sugarcoated. Don't sugarcoat me. And oh, you right. Just like listen, just like I see these people with this famous or this big YouTuber. You know, you get sometimes a pride coming before a fall. Look, sometimes you just gotta hold yourself accountable. I'm not about to sit up here and be that stubborn. Well, I gotta pay somebody all this kind of money when I could have just been like, look, damn it, I'm taking it. Me, no, it ain't that serious. And you gotta be careful because you don't know who some people like. You don't know who they might not just be backed by like the machine. They could be spiritually backed too, and you messing with them, and you don't really know like what they connected to. Like they might be able to do certain stuff, and they might not. You never gonna get away, but they might be able to get by with stuff. Who are we to judge? Like it's not my job to figure out what somebody did when they was a dancer or what they put in their body or in their private areas. It ain't my job to find out what. It ain't my job to find out. Listen, if I expose somebody, it's cause they messing with me. My stuff be balanced. If I'm exposing somebody, it's cause I gotta get them off me or back them down or I'm protecting myself. But I'm not just gonna do something just to be trying to get no clout. Cause I mean, mm-mm, mm-mm. Cause that's a lot of. Then you end up having to pay these people millions. That's a lot. Mm-mm. No, honey. No, no, no. And then you got these people. They won't tell you the truth. Cause they kissing up to you. So you will be sitting right into a brick wall with them. Oh, you doing right? I love you so much. Oh, that's how I see church people do. And then when they get behind the back, they like, oh man, that mother stupid. They shouldn't have did. I be like, why don't you tell them that to their face? Well, I can't talk to them like that because if you tell them the truth, they're gonna get mad with you. And if they get mad with you, they can hurt you. Like they so yeah. Yeah, P. That's why it's good to check yourself and hold yourself accountable and be knowing how to move out here in these streets. Cause honey, pride coming before a fall. Sure do. And just like with this country, going after these people more than one time. I mean, you can't keep bullying people. You can't keep poking a bear. After a while, you might be lying, but the truth gonna come to the light. We in the Aquarius era. So you're not gonna be able to sit here and manipulate the news forever. You're not gonna be able to sit here and manipulate the AI forever. You're not gonna be able to keep lying. Can't keep lying about how many people getting taken out, making it look like, oh, we ain't got that many casualties. They got more casualties when I'm finding out that they lied about the numbers over there in the Middle East when they was over there in Iraq. They said that it was less soldiers. Come to find out, this man said he was right beside the government putting soldiers. He was right beside the government. They were putting soldiers' piece body parts in the body bags, and they was trying to suppress the numbers of how many soldiers got taken out over there in Iraq when went over there after Saddam Hussein. So Iraq. So after what they did over there, Iraq is cool. So a lot of them is cool with Iran. They all pulling together. Yemen, Lebanon. They over there mad as hell. Imagine somebody coming over, taking your house, taking your people out, telling you that they chosen and you can go to hell. And they gonna come in your house and come in your land and come on your businesses and your property and search to see what you got, but you don't know what they got going on. But they just gonna bully you and keep bullying you. And they've been bullying you and messing with you since what? Cause them people, is it real? I don't know. They been messing with them people since I know the night. I ain't talking about back in the Bible, Old Testament. Cause them ain't them people. But I'm talking about since the 1940s. They been messing with them people. And y'all sit here talking about people being. When they be like, this is Babylon. The devil to Babylon. The devil to this. Man, I told somebody. I said, listen, you say that them people is crazy, but do you know what your country has done? tells people like, baby, you can't keep poking the bear. You can't do me like you can't do me like that. Definitely. I mean, you keep poking the bear. I'm gonna crash out, and I'm not even gonna care. I'm not gonna care or worry. I'm gonna try to have as much self control and as much emotional. The weather where it's nice. It's beautiful. It's beautiful where I'm at. Beautiful. I was just out here. I'm about to go back out here, but cannot keep doing anybody like that. People gonna and they not gonna look. They gonna be like, okay, whatever happens, I'm good with it, cause it's worth it. It's worth me getting your ass. I'm not gonna stop. That's what they said. I'm not gonna. Nope, y'all. No, please leave us alone. God. Oh, God said what? What God? Cause that God didn't tell you to lay up on me. So I'm putting my foot straight up to the root. Yeah, it's just sad how people love to throw rocks and hide their hand and always bullying and lying. Bullying and lying. Bullying and lying. Bullying and lying. And thinking they can run. That lady, somebody said that they think with these clones and stuff and that money and going underground, they're gonna get away. But you can run, but you can't hide. I know in the Bible it say that the stone's gonna be removed and they ain't gonna be able to hide behind nothing. So good luck. How Cardi B said, how Cardi B said when, when that baby daddy, that Stephon Diggs went out there to play, and after he done played with her, Cardi B said, "Y'all better hold up them. Don't sacrifice no lambs, no pigs, no black pigs, none of that." She said, "Good luck." And when she said that, I knew that mug was gonna lose. I know he was gonna lose that game when Cardi B said, "Good luck." Well, y'all, this has been my son Goddess. I hope we have talked about everything that I had listed on the introduction and the description of everybody. Hey, it's still time to go within and heal and get to know yourself so you can raise on up out of this piece. And I'm not talking about that rapture because it look like that stuff falling down up there. I don't know about going up. I'm trying to go. What you say? If they say to go up, I'm saying I got to descend. I gotta go down. Look like I gotta go down in the water. I ain't trusting. I ain't trusting nothing lifting me up to no sky. Not with these people with the spiritual wickedness in high places. No, it's not up. It's down for me. No, 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 no. I don't trust nothing in that sky. I sure don't. Mm. Oh, and it's a hologram. Hologram too. Blue beam out. Blue beam activated. Yeah, you better know for yourself and go within. Use these books for references after you go within. This has been Monster Guy 777. Thanks everyone for joining. Please like, subscribe, and share, comment. And y'all have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful Saturday. Have a wonderful weekend. Take the signs in the sky because that divine feminine that came down in 2012 from that oil. She predicted. She said when you see them waters in Iran, you know the veil is gonna be lifted. A lot of things gonna be revealed, and a lot of things we know. But it's good to know yourself and trust your intuition more, so that you can discern and know what is and what's not, and know is it real? Is it real? So, and this is an illusion, like, but they say we somewhere in pause, like on the Matrix. This is an illusion, and they say when you are asleep, that's when you are really, really alive. And y'all have a wonderful weekend. Have a wonderful Saturday. Have a wonderful Sunday. Meditate, connect, ground some trees, and be the breathing exercise and heal. And heal by doing some electrolyte water with the cinnamon and uh, the salts or whatever the sea like. It's just something about the salt. The really healthy salts. I like the Celtic salts and stuff like that for your circulation and stuff. And They got the elixirs. I'm doing the cinnamon, the Ceylon, because that other cinnamon is not good for you. There's a Ceylon cinnamon, the water and the lemon. That's good for you. The salt, Ceylon cinnamon, what I do is I boil my cinnamon sticks. I boil them. I'm about to go boil me some right now because I'm drinking it on the empty stuff I had to eat it. So I'm gonna boil that and do it. 'Cause I think I put too much in the water. I had in the sticks. I gotta boil them to get the cinnamon virtue out of those sticks. So, all right, my cigar is 777. Please like, subscribe, and share, and support my symbol of healing. I am about to go outside myself and enjoy. About to go outside, and it's not raining, but I'm going out here. I'm about to check out this. I know the the cherry blossoms are blooming right now. This Japanese spot that's got you know, the Japanese cherry blossom. All right, y'all. Have a wonderful day and enjoy yourself, but stay connected and don't be in no fear of this bull crap. But you think what you want, but know what's going on. Y'all take care. Bye bye.